She was standing on a bridge in an uncared-for recreational space in Rochester, New York, with arms stuffed into the pockets of her burgundy zip-up striped hoodie that she purchased from a garage sale in the spring of 2019. It was an unforgiving November evening. The atmosphere was in the midst of the arduous and weighted process of becoming a twitching corpse. Mother Nature's painters had been discharged due to budget cuts and just finished saying their final goodbyes to the old place. In retaliation, they neglected to clean up their mess, leaving piles of painted leaves and cheerless carrion behind, which was making the air smell like unabridged agony left forgotten in the basement fridge 4 months after its expiration date. She stood there, frozen, in an ivory statue as she gazed into the continuous electric crashing of the current. She breathed in heavily, a nostril full of rotting fish, her eyes never parting from the tempest below. The longer she stood there, the louder the sinister coughing of the river became, breathing in hisses of apocalyptic propaganda like the deafening fireworks of the last 4th of July before doomsday, like the crash that echoes through the cosmos when the last tree to exist falls dead to the earth's floor. This was the moment of death. She was alone. Nobody was coming to help her out of this. Nobody would even care. She slid under the rails protecting her from the carnivorous river, closed her eyes, and stretched out her arms to form a divine crucifixion scene. It was finished. She was done waiting for the Messiah. He wasn't coming, as was evident by the 2.5 long years of fog drizzled on the dining room window. Dad said he'd be home by Friday. When is he coming? Will he ever come? Does he even care? She was about to jump when she heard a whisper of lament from behind her. In a sudden crack that felt like awakening suddenly from a nightmarish dream, the river's boisterous accusations became cryptic whispers. She turned. Their two eyes met in a rapid moonstruck thunderclap. The galaxies held their breath and the angels stopped to listen. In an explosion of whispering sunlight, the soft flood of hope pulsated proudly through her, like subdued rays from a nightlight. 1.5 feet tall, endless seas of vanilla in his eyes, cloaked in a muddy brown coat, stood there a trusty vagabond with a rusty nail wedged in the center left of his paw. She craftily removed the nail and felt the return of a long, absent sensation, a longing to stay alive. If only to help a poor, lost dog find an inkling of hope and happiness in this cruel world. If only to see one last glimmer of kindness. There was no way she was going to leave him bereft, to fend for himself. He cried out to her, begging her to stay. "It's okay," she said in a lullabied whisper. "It's going to be okay. I'm here for you. I'm going to take care of you." And she never killed herself again.